Hey class, today we're going to talk about exponents, okay? And so exponents is a part of what you learned last year in 5th grade about PEMDAS, right? So PEMDAS is parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, right? So PEMDAS. And so the E stands for exponent, and that's what we're going to talk about today. That's the whole idea of what we're talking about today. Okay, we're talking about exponents. That's your title, right? But before we can talk about exponents, I want to talk a little bit about multiplication and division and what those things are, okay? Understanding and remembering what those things are will help you remember and understand what exponents are, okay? So let's go ahead and start with multiplication. All right, multiplication. Multiplication is repeated addition. Okay? That's what multiplication is. Multiplication is repeated addition. That means over and over again addition. So let's start off with this example. We have 7 times 4. Okay? 7 times 4. We know, we should know, right? We know the answer is 28. Okay? 28. It's a fact. These are multiplication facts. They're called facts because you just have to know them. Okay? If you don't know them, you need to practice. Remember, like I said before in class, if you don't know how to multiply in math, it's the equivalent or the same thing as not knowing how to read in reading. Not knowing how to read in reading. If you don't know your multiplication facts, you don't know how to read in math. Okay? So, again, you need to practice. Practice, practice, practice. That's all it takes for you to know how to multiply the multiplication facts. Okay? And so what this is actually 7 groups of 4, right? That's how you read this. 7 groups of 4. 7 groups of 4. Okay? So we know how many groups there are. There are 7 groups, and each group there are 4, right? So it's 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Let me count and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. 24 plus 4, that's 28. And that's the same thing we got up here. Same thing. Right? So that's repeated addition, multiplication. Okay? Now, let's talk about division. Division is repeated subtraction. Okay? Repeated subtraction. So let's go to this example. 48 divided by 6. And this helps us, like whenever we're doing division, it helps us kind of practice our multiplication at the same time. Okay, you should know that this is 8 because 6 times 8 is 48, right? That's the idea. But remember, like I said before, division is repeated subtraction. So really what we're going to do here is subtract 6 from 48 over and over and over again in the same idea. So 48 minus 6, 42. 42 minus 6, 36. 36 minus 6, 30. 30 minus 6, 24. 24 minus 6, 18. 18 minus 6, 12. 12 minus 6, 6. And 6 minus 6, 0. Okay? Then we count how many times we took away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times we subtracted. Okay, that means our answer is 8. And that's what we got at the beginning as well. We got 8, both times. Okay, now we know that multiplication is repeated addition. Division is repeated subtraction. Now, exponents, I'll write it again, exponents are repeated multiplication. That's what exponents are, okay? Exponents are repeated multiplication. So, we're going to go through our first example together. So we're going to draw this one kind of big. This is 3 to the 4th power, okay? So, we have this big number, our big number, right? Our big number, we call this big number the base. This big number is the base, and this small tiny number is the exponent. We also call it power. Okay? So again, we call the big number the base, the little number exponent. Okay? Now, the exponent tells us how many of these, the base, there are. So again, the 4 tells us that there are 4 3s. Okay? And so this is actually equal to 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now, coming to exponents, I want you to understand something. We're no longer going to use the x for multiplication. Okay, I'm going to erase those. We're no longer going to use the x's. We're going to use the dot, a dot. Okay, we're going to use the dot. And the reason we use the dots for multiplication is because when we start getting into variables, we're not going to want to use the x for multiplication because we're going to get confused with the variable x, with the letter x. Okay? Now, 3 times 3, we get 9 times 3 times 3. Then 9 times 3 is 27 times 3. And then we're going to come over here to the side, 27 times 3, because I don't have my 27's times tables memorized. 3 times 7 is 21, carry my 2, 6, 7, 8. We end up with 81. So that's 3 to the 4th power is equal to 81. Okay? Alright, so again, this is like an introduction to exponents. And so this is our first example. We're going to go ahead and work on our next examples in our next videos, okay? Thanks for watching, guys.